Welcome back, viewers. This is Second Chance Farm. I've just been doing some tidying up in the garage. We've got lots of news to keep you up to date with and to fill you in over the past few days and month. There we go. Yes, well, we've got a visitor wandering around the farm. I'm not sure whereabouts he is now. He had the audacity to pull in this morning straight into our driveway. Long story short, let's say the court case is not going our favour. It's going to be going ahead. Let's just feed Elvis. Yeah, this he'll be around the farm all day, listing everything we own, making a list, probably overvaluing everything. Not a lot we can do, but we are going to head down to the store, pick up a few crates of lettuce, sell that, try to ignore what's going on, check see what's going out here. We are out of seeds. Is that on both of them? Yes it is, so we're going to have to get some more seeds eventually. I'll try and do that before the end of the day. I'm just going to chuck a few on here. There we go. All locked and loaded there. So we're going to get these sold, head into the store. As if, well, pretty certain there's some work available to us. Our fields are not quite ready. Not quite ready. We did plant quite late due to what happened, so they're not quite ready yet. But they are getting there. I mean, look at the jump out here. Look at the corn stalks. Beautiful. And you can almost see they're not far from being ready. They're really not. The green's nearly gone out the plant here. So yeah, I reckon a couple of weeks at best. That'll be ready to go. And the same with our sunflowers. They may take a little longer, but hopefully not. Looks like some of the neighbours have already harvested. But we'll head in, sell these. So we'll see you shortly. There we are. We're at the farmer's market. We just sold that for 4,816. Was hoping for a little more, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's shoot round to the store. I think Dylan's in today. It could be Glenn or Daryl. Who knows? We're going to call in anyway. Here we are. Parking weren't so great there. Let's see what's available today. Well, that was slightly disappointing. I thought with all the harvesting that's been going on, we would at least find a nice harvesting job. Instead, we have a cultivation job. It's over at field 14. We've had to lease the machinery again. Oh, we didn't really have to, but we haven't got a cultivator. And this is a package. It's a smaller cultivator than we had used before. That's not a big problem. What is quite interesting is field 14. We've done work for them before. We did fertilisation contract for them. Back when we were doing our mad dash for £250,000, $500,000. So we know where it is. We know the lovely young lady it belongs to. So we're going to get up there and get it done. It's not going to be worth a lot. 4.5 grand. It'll help keep money flowing in the kitty. As we've got harvest coming up and we still need to purchase or rent a corn header. So we can do our corn and our sunflowers. That's the plan anyway. So I'll see you over at the field. We'll drive up to the end and we'll work from this way in. I think it's the best way. Not 100% certain on the shape of the field from here. May go around the trees at the top. We'll unfold and we'll get ready to start. There we go. Here we go. And we're away in the field. And what we'll do is we'll try and keep it as neat as possible. Go around a headland first. Get the lay of the field, get the shape of it. It's not the biggest of cultivators. Looks to be close to a 3.5 metre, 4 metre. Right next to a woodland. It's quite nice. Now this may be just a perfect little square field. Oh, that could make things a little easier. Headlands are very much hardly necessary on these sort of fields. Though I am finding, I think I might just do one here at the bottom. Give myself a bit more turning room. I don't fancy overshooting and ending up in that dike. It's just over there. I know it's a dry spell now, but it has rained quite a lot in the last month. You don't want to end up in a soaking wet environment in a rented tractor. Whew, the repair bill on that. Certainly lose your deposits. Well, I'll get this done and we'll see you soon. I'm going to put this down, I can get crack on. And welcome back. We're just cracking on in this field. It's taken a lot longer than I thought it would. We've just received a small payment. Apparently, we paid a small amount of tax this year. And apparently, our first year of agricultural farming, due to a law that was passed and upheld by Frank, the local mayor, our first year is tax free. And apparently we haven't completed the year yet, so yeah, we got just over $1,000, which wasn't bad. The funniest part about it is we pay tax now, so we pay tax on that payment to us. Crazy. But yeah, you can't argue with an extra few quid in the back pocket. This is coming along nicely as well. We've also received a phone call from our solicitor. Just wanted to let us know that the auditor, when he is done and he has his findings and results, he may try to ask us for a payment for work rendered. And we've been told by the solicitor that we do not pay him. That is something that it's done via the courts, and basically whoever loses will end up paying him. So we do not pay him now. So at least that's something, because I wasn't really wanting to spend more money. So yeah, we're just going to keep cracking on in this field until it's done. You see I'm missing a few bits here and there. That's not a problem. We can get this tidied up by the end. So yeah, we'll crack on. We'll get this all cultivated and tilled up. Then we'll see you again soon. There we go. We are about, I'd like to say, roughly halfway through this field. And it's taking its sweet time. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to dead straight lines. I don't know if you can see right at the edge of our bonnet there is a little tiny silver peak, and all we're trying to do is keep that roughly in line with one of the lines on the deck. That helps us keep a straight line, or a straight enough line. Just rolling into someone else's field, but it's they won't mind. There's no crop in it, so we're all good on that front. So yeah, we're just cracking on. I have had an initial phone call from my solicitor again. He's been up to the farm speaking with the auditor, and he feels that so far he's been quite honest and a straight shooter when it comes to the valuation. He's not overvaluated too much. He's also taken into account that we are selling the sheep farm, or one of the sheep pens, shall I say, in order to keep financially afloat, which he says he's absolutely fine with. That won't come into. He's actually would deduct one of those from the overall thing. So yeah, our solicitors are happy. Let's hope that I'm happy, because I'm the personally, the way I'm looking at it is I'm the victim here. I haven't done anything wrong. I've spent some hard cash on this for property, and I've spent a lot of time on this property. And then to top it up with all the troubles we've had, thankfully I do have this vlog, so I can show some of this. I'm not going to show it all, but I can show some of this as evidence from the work we've done, etc. According to my solicitor, that'll actually help. It shows that the land's been worked by myself. So if anything comes down to dividing any assets up, I can claim. It's kind of like a claim back. So, you know, if he wins X amount of cash for the whole thing, we then do a counter case where they have to take into account the amount of hours I put in as hard labour, and then they work out a going rate of trade, and then we get sort of that back out of the sum. You know, it's very complicated. I can't get my head around it, and I'm glad I have a really decent solicitor. He seems to be a lovely gentleman. So hopefully, fingers crossed, things will still go in our favour. As it stands, there's always the fear that I could still lose the farm. From what I've gathered from my solicitors, although they are going to be taking into account the overall cost, including the land, valuation, etc., the land is not what's on the claim. So they will be deducting, well, I hope they will be deducting that from the overall evaluation when it comes to the actual court side of things. But we will find out soon enough. So I shall get this field completely done, and hopefully you won't have to see me until it's done. So I'm going to pop this down here. Now, hello viewers. I've just had to leave the field work for a few minutes and shoot up here. Here we go. Just because our gravel men have come, and they've pretty much finished their work. They're just I'm guessing they're in their vans having a tea break. So they've revitalised our grass, laid some fresh turf, sprayed it, put some flour in there, some weed flowers. So that looks pretty good. This should help with it. So you can see here where it's fairly bare still. This is where a lot of the damage was. So it looks a lot better. The gravel looks fantastic. And they've also done this path bit here for us that we've been trying to do. He did say on the phone that they just run out of gravel. So as you can see here, the edge is just a little bit short. And I did say to him, don't worry, that's absolutely fine. It looks fantastic. It's well worth the money we're going to be spending on it. They're going to send us an invoice over the next few hours, I'm guessing. You can see it's all gravelled up now, so that looks good. They've taken very good care. I mean, look at the way they've got the gravel in and around our pieces without damaging anything. I think it's a fantastic job. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Are they? Oh, it's not in there. Nope, they're not in there. Oh, I'm not sure where they've gone to, but I'm sure they'll send me an invoice. I did say that they could pop in the house if they need to. It was all unlocked. They can pop in the house, use it as a toilet. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty neat. I have got to get this bit of fencing fixed back on. I did speak to Dylan. He's coming home. Well, he said he'd be home at 1 o'clock, so I'm guessing he's home over there now. And he said he'll pop by and stick the fence back in because he's got a load of this old picket fence. As you can see, it's just an old picket fence that we painted white. So yeah, hopefully he's going to paint it as well. I didn't actually say that to him, but let's jog back over to field 14 and crack on. I absolutely love this pathway we've made. You get to see all the sunflowers. I mean, look at the sunflowers. They've actually grown really well. Really well. That's a nice spot. I mean, you look at that. The sun's shining. I mean, okay, it's a little close to the corn crop. That's probably going to bring the yield down right on the edge here. But still, they look fantastically tall. There's a few good ones. I mean, look at these ones here. Whoa. The only problem I did find when I was coming up this way, not sure if I'm going to spot them now. Anyway, I think some of the youngsters have been down here picking some of the sunflowers for various reasons, who knows. And if I just squeeze through there, as you can see, we've made a little bit of a mess and got it up. Whoa! Ah, crud. Well, there we go. I've got wet shoes now. Oh, it's a bit steep. Oh, that's what you get for being not so careful. Well, we go over to the field. We'll see you shortly. Now, welcome back there. We're about 80% complete on this field now. And it's looking good. And a phone call from Dylan. He's got a fence put in for us. He had to buy some paint. We didn't ask him to paint it, but obviously he knew it needed painting. So yeah, we've got that all painted up. That should look good. I'll check that out when we get home. We've had another phone call from our solicitor. He's just trying to keep us up to date and appraised. He reckons, from a conversation he's had again, he reckons that the valuation's going to be approximately £500,000, $500,000, and that'll be for the actual farm itself, not the land. The land is another $300,000, so he reckons about $800,000. And that's obviously not including machinery. So, I mean, that could even go slightly more. It's a bit worrying when they say things like that. I mean, it's nice to know that we seem to have a nice big valuation, but it also means there's a chance that valuation. I mean, that seems a lot to me. And if they decided that we had to give them £500,000, £500,000. I mean, if they think we need to give him $500,000, I'm not sure that can come out of the farm. It could be a stretch. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I have spoken with Frank again today. I gave him a call about 5 minutes ago. He sent me a text asking to be kept up to date. How am I doing? So I gave him a quick call. He couldn't stay on the phone for long. He's obviously he's campaigning at the minute, so it's a little bit tough for him to spend a lot of time chatting. But yeah, no, he said if we need to talk, he's always there for us. So that's nice to know. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on and see you shortly. Here we are, back in the field for the last strip. Let's just try and get this engine rev back up. This is it. This is done. So the phone call. The fumigators are here for the house. We've just paid off the last of the gravel. That invoice came through. We had that paid straight away. There's no sense of having the debt hanging over us. And from what I've gathered, the auditor has left. So I'd imagine he'll be getting in contact with our solicitor again today or tomorrow for a final tally up. Not looking forward to that. And when it's harvest season, next time we're on, it's harvest season. So at least we've got that to look forward to. That'll distract us from what's going on elsewhere. But that's it. We are done. Now to head back to the shop and get paid. Take this back. I'll see you there. There we go. We've been paid just over 4,500. That's going to bring our total up a little. And we're going to jump in. And we're going to head straight home. Fumigators are in. Let's see if there is any damage financially to us. I mean, we've already paid for that up in advance, but if they feel it needs a second coating, we're going to have to pay for that and all. We might as well, as we're here, which top up fuel. While we've got cash flow, it makes sense. I could call in solicitor, see if he's seen anything or heard anything yet. Alright, just bear with me. Well, that was interesting. He hasn't heard anything yet, but he has a feeling that he'll be estimating it around about 800 grand to $1 million. I can't see that myself. It'll be nice to think it's that amount of money for ourselves, but when we could be possibly having to pay out a chunk of it, it's not good. It's not good. We want a low estimation, really, but we're going to try and purely focus on what's coming up. We don't need any more drama. Let's turn in here. Head back to the house. And I can see, yeah, the fumigator's truck, they're parked in our... everyone keeps parking on our drive. Why? It's got a whole great big area here they can park. Why on our drive? There's enough room for me to get in. No, he's parked dead smack in the middle. You son of a... firefighter. I didn't know what to say, to be honest. So we got a jet wash. Where's the wash house? It's somewhere. Alright, let's just take this into the wash house and get it cleaned, shall we? It's about time we got a good sprucing up. Good solid little truck, that one. Done us all right. It's done us all right at all. And doesn't it shine up lovely with this wax and wash? Well, apart from the paint that's been chipped and all faded around the doors. Yeah, well, you can see the paintwork around all the front, and that's absolutely shining and glimmering. There's a little bit of deformation here and there. Most of it is the black paintwork that's coming off still. It's immaculate inside, considering we run it around in the fields. We do try and keep it clear, and we made this, we haven't made it quite swingy enough. Never mind, we can always get some more gravel ordered at some point if we need be, but for now at least it looks quite nice. Ah yes, we can't park that there, can we? Right, that's what we'll do. We'll swing it here. There we go. Ooh, that was close. Should pay more attention. Let's see if we can go inside the house at the moment. Oh. Let's put some food down for Elvis. Oh, alright. Okay, no, they're still fumigating. I didn't think there was any problem with that upstairs, but... Okay, well, we'll let them crack on with their fumigations. I'm going to do some tinkering in the sheds, have a look at the tractors. So, until next time, this has been Farmer Matty G here on Second Chance Farm. And harvest is upon us. Until next time, take care.